What's happening, so fam? So sometimes we start off our spiritual journey with another person. Rather that person is our twin flame or a best friend. A lot of times people find themselves in this position where you met someone and then all of a sudden you had this powerful moment that put both of you into like this awakening process. One of the biggest disservices that you can cause yourself during your spiritual growth or your ascension is getting convinced that just because you started a spiritual journey with someone that you have to end your spiritual journey with that person, or that you are somewhat forever intertwined or attached to that person for your spiritual growth, okay? Because each creator is the divine feminine and the divine masculine, all right? That being said, you technically do not need anyone else to continue growing. It is the moment that you convince yourself that you need another person to continue growing that you put yourself in this pattern of ascension that's limited to the third dimension, right? Because you're never saying that you're complete and that you can move forward without anyone else. You're always saying that you need something else to get you to the next level. That's not you practicing being a creator, being in your present moment. You know what I mean? It's not saying that you're not going to love other people. It's not saying that you can't try. But a lot of people convince themselves and they cause themselves like this level of agony because things change, right? Everything in this dimension and all dimensions change. Sometimes you come together with someone when you're having like this experience, right? And you both are coming together to grow together because you're both having the same lessons at the same time. And then as you guys grow and surpass these lessons that have come to be, you each start diverting into your own personal paths. Whether, sometimes your paths will continue to go together, other times your paths are going to split. It is the moment that you attach yourself to an outcome, saying that this one person is going to be in my life forever, that you cause pain to yourself because you attach yourself to that outcome. And then when you attach yourself to that outcome and you resist the fact that like maybe it's time for you to ascend and grow and move past this, that you start creating tension and your reality starts dissolving. You need to understand that everything in this reality is perpetually changing, especially yourself, okay? That means nothing is in a state of permanence. And the moment that you believe that anything is permanent is the moment that you have fallen prey to the illusion, okay? Because this illusion is technically not real. This illusion doesn't state that you have to be attached to anyone to grow, right? Because Source isn't designed that way. It's not saying that because you choose to have people in your life that you can't authentically love them. But you need to always have this potential of being able to come back to yourself and say, hey, I am the creator of my own reality. And no matter what happens, I am going to be in this position of saying that I am controlling my reality, right? You have to be in that position where you understand that, yeah, it may suck because you really do care about this person, or you are having this moment where you want to continue to expand because you've grown comfortable, right? But the moment you grow comfortable is the moment where you stop growing. And that's one of the biggest illusions, is growing stagnant, right? And stagnation equals death, especially in energy work. So you don't want to be one of those people that like convinces themselves that you're married to this one person and you won't grow, right? Without this person, or like you just don't want to grow without this person. And you do whatever it is to stay with that person. Especially if if that person somehow like doesn't let you fulfill your own vibration, that's when you know you have to walk away from someone. And that's sometimes in your friendships, that's sometimes in your relationships, that's sometimes in your environments. But the moment that you continue to give your mind, your energy, your everything to rather the physical, the environmental, you're always going to be dealing with something tied into time. And what's tied into time? Karma. Because karma is something that resonates through the concept of time. So you need to allow yourself to perpetually be in this moment of strength where it's like, oh, things have to change now. It's time to change. I need to let this individual go. I need to let this one situation leave my life. I need to let this one thought pattern leave my life, right? It's that same concept where you have someone that you care about and you may have started your spiritual journey with them and you know it's time to shift, but you don't want to let go of it. That causes you that agony that you can have mentally with any other aspect of your life. Like, this one person wronged me. This one person did this one crappy thing to me. I can't let it go. And you choose to like hold on to that, and it causes like this perpetual suffering inside of you. This trick of being able to not be attached to things but still being able to stay attached is a very fine line. And what it comes down to is knowing that attachment is never permanent, and that as long as you always wholeheartedly have that in the back of your mind as a program that is part of your willpower, when it's time for you to shift forward, or reality around you is shifting so that this one element in your life no longer exists, it's easier for you to go with that flow. It's easier for you to accept the movement of that shift, and it's easier for you to ascend. Your ascension is not linked to any other thing other than you, okay? Because the shamans tell us that from an 8th dimensional perspective, you end up understanding that this is all a dream, you're dreaming it. So the answers are nowhere other than yourself if that's the case. I am just telling you from the deep recesses of your own mind the things that you already know, right? So you know this lesson deeply inside of yourself if you're hearing me for the first time say it. I am just a version of you reminding you of what you know. If you go ahead and you look at it as a terms of reflection, if your reality is telling you in terms of reflection you need to like this one element of your life doesn't resonate anymore, and you're conscious of the fact that I have to let go of this aspect of my reality, but I don't know how I'm gonna let go of this aspect of my reality. Wait, this is a reflection. What is the reflection trying to tell me? That I'm suppressing myself, that I'm not accepting myself, that I've grown stagnant. Like, what is it in your reality that a reflection could be telling you? That's another way that's very powerful for you to accept moments of change. And when you find the reflection, you're usually like, okay, do I want this reflection? And if you don't, you just let it be. But these are some very valuable things that you have to carry in terms of your ascension, and understand that everything is always going to change. You cannot be attached to any one outcome. And the moment that you become attached to that outcome, you essentially become linear. You're supposed to constantly be traveling through concepts of your mind, concepts of matter. You are more than just the matter in front of you. If you believe that your ascension is tied to something in the physical, then you are a trapped version of yourself experiencing victimization in the 3D. That's the 3D aspect of yourself that has to shift to a 5th dimensional level. Matter is not just saying, oh, I need to have this job to be happy. I need to, live in this one situation to be happy. I need to be making X amount of money to be happy. It can literally be, I need this one other person in my life to continue to be happy. Right? That limits your ascension. Similarly, if I were to bring that in opposite polarity, if you're single, right, and you're like, oh, I'm waiting for for that person to come into my life so we can have this magical adventure and fulfill ourselves, you're still living in 3D in that aspect of your mind. Like, you need something in matter to come over and ignite the flames for you to live your life. You need someone else to come into your reality and help you master it, which is bullshit. Like, listen to yourself. I'm only a reflection of you. Listen to what I'm telling you. If this is what you're experiencing, you're waiting for the one, right? Listen to this reflection on the opposite polarity. If you feel like you found the one and now it's time for you to change, right? You're attached to matter in that concept. If you're on the opposite polarity, oh, hey, I'm going to grow when I find my lover. Know that there's nothing stopping you from growing right now. You're the only one element that's telling yourself, hey, I'm going to not grow because I don't have this one thing in my life. You have to have this potential where you say, like, it's going to happen regardless if that element is a part of my life. When you do that, you will literally manifest what it is that you're looking for. And I know it sounds absurd to, like, a lot of people when you think about the opposite polarity of everything you've been trying to do is the actual answer to how to do it. That's what I spend a lot of time doing in my meditations, is understanding, like, hey, you know, everything that we've been taught, what if I look that way instead and try something new? The moment I do that, I literally make breakthroughs in my understanding, whether it's a manifestation or anything else. You need to understand that there is nothing in matter that there's going to be generated through matter that is going to make you feel whatever it is that you're looking for. The only way you're ever going to experience what you're looking for is if you actually understand that matter isn't like, manifest is matter. That's pretty much it. If you're manifesting, you are stuck in matter. And that's probably why you have not attained your manifest, because you haven't learned the lesson to look beyond matter. Everything is thought, everything is mind, right? All of matter is controlled through mind. If you're perpetually trying to manifest something, you're perpetually essentially saying that you don't have it, right? That's why you're trying to manifest it. So then you try these manifestation techniques to, like, help you grasp the moment, and it doesn't come to you. Similarly, if you're on the opposite polarity, again, talking about, like, having that person that's supposed to be shifting out of your life, if you try anything to hold that manifest in place, you're not holding the higher vibration behind the message of why somebody's supposed to be leaving your life, or why these circumstances are happening for someone to leave your life. Because what you're holding on to is the matter. You're not actually holding on to the ascension. Your ascension should be beyond the experience of matter. The experience of matter will formulate itself around your ascension the moment you grasp this message that you're telling yourself right now. Sending you all of my love. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this with as many people that need to be hearing this, because sharing is caring. I'll see you in our next episode, and check out the description below for resources and links. Talk to you later.